welcome to the show. Well, today you've got me in a mood of romanticizing. I rediscover my roots, rediscover my own city in fact. And while I do that and see what the city has to offer in terms of rides, why don't you go and see some more magnificent cars and the people who are behind the wheel. And this week on All About My Car, honey, we have for you a deadly vintage collection from Bangalore and a sneak peek in the world of mascots. This is a symbol of pride. It makes me proud to be an Indian. You know, back in the day, even cars had little symbols, which they used to differentiate them from each other. And that's exactly what we're going to show you next. The world of mascots as discovered by Gautam Sen.
You're wondering what's this in front of me and behind me. These are mascots. Very, very popular in the 20s and 30s. They virtually disappeared. Why is that so? Well, let's go back in time and we will find out what happened to the world of mascots. Ranjit Malik, the person who started collecting mascots before anybody else. In fact, in India today he has the finest collection of mascots and has been collecting and talking about and propagating mascots for quite some time. So Ranjit, for our viewers, why don't you show us the mascots that you have, some of the mascots that you have and some of the ones especially the ones which are the most significant, let's say.
These two, the first two are actually from the Bentleys, which were the most desirable sports cars ever made. This was the Derby Bentley, which was after Rolls took over from Bentley. And though it has the Bentley B, it was really a souped up Rolls Royce. This is the original Bentley, what's called the WO Bentley, which was really about hard motoring and racing and so on and so forth. This is the Minerva, which I've had for the car which I had. And this is the AL model, which was the largest. And as you can know that the goddess Minerva epitomizes the beauty, the design and art which was competing with Rolls in those days. This one is the Hispano Suiza, which were the ultimate beautiful cars of the 30s. And this is a flying this thing in the size and the beauty and the stateliness epitomizes what the Hispano Suiza stood for.
Thanks to safety standards and concerns for pedestrians, most car makers have abandoned the mascot. Except Rolls-Royce. The Flying Lady, appropriately called the Spirit of Ecstasy, remains the last of an era and is easily the most famous of all mascots. One of the very early customers of Rolls-Royce was a certain John Walter Montague, the Lord Montague of Beaulieu, who commissioned famous English sculptor Charles Sykes to design an appropriate mascot for his car. An inspiration he suggested his secretary and mistress, the very beautiful Eleanor Thornton. Sykes made a beautiful mascot called the Whisper. Charles Rolls, saying the mascot, commissioned Sykes to do an official one. Again, Eleanor was the model, and the result was the Spirit of Ecstasy. Though introduced in 1911, the mascot only became better known after World War I. But Eleanor never lived to see it. On 30th December 1915, when on their way to India where Lord Montague had been posted, their ship was torpedoed by a German submarine, and Eleanor died. But the mascot lives on, elegant and beautiful as ever, encapsulating the very spirit of the finest car in the world.
This is Delhi, where the old merges with the new in awesome harmony. But there is nothing old about Mr. Arun Kapoor's 1800cc Honda Goldwing. This thing is pure power, baby. You guys are lucky. Go on. Go check it out.
Riding is a passion. And at the core of every rider's heart is a desire to explore and feel the wind on their back. So with that intention in mind, on a lazy Sunday afternoon, we met a father and son duo of riders whose machines were anything but lazy. Arun Kapoor and his son Nipun form two generations of riders in the Kapoor family. And as you can see by the size of their modes of transport, they take the term cruisers very seriously.
What we essentially do is we get up pretty early in the morning. We have a club, we have a few friends who ride together, and we sort of are up at 4 in the morning and go for about 3-4 hours and are back by about 7:30, 8 o'clock.
Arun Kapoor is a businessman by profession, but bikes are his pride and joy. And he enjoys cruisers more than those tiny little bikes, which is the obvious reason why he picked up his Honda Goldwing 1800cc.